Hi mamas. This is just a lovely little flow of stretches for all around the hips and groin. If you're having any lower back pain, pubic symphysis, groin pain, or any sacroiliac joint or pelvic pain, I find it has a couple of benefits. First of all, it releases a lot of tension all around that area. But because we are going to be leaning forward for a lot of these stretches, it also helps to just get the weight of baby off your back for a little bit, which feels pretty nice. And then it encourages optimal fetal positioning, giving baby a chance to turn and get into a good position in preparation for birth. So the first thing that you'll need is the back of a chair, a kitchen counter, bathroom sink. I'm going to use the back of the couch here and resting my elbows down. So the first little move I'm going to do is a little bit of pelvic tilting. Again, if you find that any of these moves create discomfort for you, please don't push through them. Just choose the ones that feel good for you and that should feel good during and afterwards. So I'm just gently rocking and tilting my pelvis, tucking the tailbone under, and then letting it tuck. There's no particular stretch here, but we're just getting a bit of mobility through the lower back. And then the next one is to lengthen down the back of the legs, so the hamstrings. You might want to step back a little bit, see if you can keep those legs fairly straight, and then you're moving your bum backwards. For this one, you do want your tailbone to be a bit more in that untucked position, not tucked under with a rounded back so much. But that untuck is going to help lengthen down the back of the legs, maybe even all the way down to the calves and the feet. And that is actually helpful for creating more length and space to allow the pelvis to open up at the back, again, in preparation for a vaginal birth. But in the meantime, it feels really nice just to get the weight of baby off your back and stretch out down the back of the legs. From here, I like to take the legs a little bit wider. So feet apart in a bit more of a V. You can go as far or as narrow as you like. And then the movement here is actually to slide your hips over to one side. I'm going to turn on an angle so you can see a little bit more. So if I'm sliding my hips over, I can control exactly how far I'm going before there's too intense of a stretch. Watch out if you are getting any discomfort around the pubic bone. Don't push into this one. But I find even with my pubic symphysis pain, this still feels pretty comfortable. And then you could go over to the other side. We're looking for that stretch down the inner thigh. You can hang out here for a few breaths or just gently move back and forth as feels comfortable for you. Some people like to bend the knee to get into the stretch. I find you can actually get quite a lovely stretch even with the knees straight and not needing to go too deep into that stretch. Okay. While we're still leaning here, another one that I really like is to have the hands now on the counter, the back of the couch. Walk your feet back a little bit more, and then you can actually drop and rest your upper body down towards the floor. So this is getting some really nice extension through the thoracic spine. Notice I'm not flaring my rib cage, but I am just trying to open up through the shoulders, get a little bit of that upper thoracic mobility. Stay here for as long as you like. Okay, come on back up. Now, final stretch that I like to do in this series is a hip flexor stretch. So if you come to stand in more of a lunge stance, you're going to think hips squared, straight ahead, tuck the tail under. You're looking for a little pull at the front of the hip, of that back leg, And you might even get a bit of a bonus calf stretch on that side as well. Enjoy some deeper breaths here. If you like, you can reach overhead on the same side that you're getting that stretch. So lengthening all down the side of the body, and getting a nice stretch up around the shoulder as well. Okay. I'm going to turn so you can see me this way. Same on the other side. So square up the hips, tuck the tail under. You can bend the front knee to go into it if you need to, if you're not already feeling a lot of stretch through here, but you really don't need to do a really deep lunge to get that stretch. So the key points are square hips, tuck the pelvis, keep the ribs stacked over the pelvis. With the heel on the ground at the back, you'll get a bit more of a calf stretch as well. And then if it feels good for you, you can add a little reach over. And there you have it, a helpful little series for any lower back tension, pelvic girdle pain, in positions that are totally safe for you to do throughout pregnancy and early postpartum, as long as they feel good for you.